And go live. Okay. Wow. Awesome. All set up finally. Finally. Let's see how this YouTube stream can go. Hopefully the quality is decent. If I have to make adjustments, I will. I don't know why, but for some reason, like, the preview looks like really shitty quality. Stream settings. Let's take a look. Stream health. Excellent. Excellent connection. If it's got potato quality, I guess we'll find out, right? Share. I am copying the link right now to double check. Alright, cool. No potato quality. That's what I care the most about. I've only streamed on YouTube a handful of times, so that is good to see. It does appear there is a fairly hefty delay, so hopefully that's not too bad. I mean, it looks okay, so I am okay with this. Hopefully everybody's doing okay. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Let some folks filter in here. I'm going to get started regardless, but alright. Let's go ahead and talk to Cryo to get started. Now, just a reminder for everybody, there will be spoilers. There will be spoilers in this stream. So, just be warned. What's really funny is OBS is like telling me that my chat is in subscriber only mode. Even though I'm clearly a subscriber on my own channel. So I'm gonna have to pop out another window for YouTube. That's fine. There we go. It's all fixed. There we go. Alright. Back at it. We're all here now. Yes, I've taken the liberty of securing permission for our group's descent. So, some reverse spoilers here to kind of give the history in case some folks haven't followed along on the Twitch side of things. Essentially, first thing we did, Thancred and Urianger and myself and Estinian went off and visited Razadhan. You know, we investigated the possibility of finding a way to get people to be able to not be affected by the tower's influence. And then we met with a dragon who is apparently Resvelger and Nidhogg's brother. So Estinian and this dragon apparently they got a little bit in common there, so you know. Anyway, and then we met up with Ishtala, Alphino, Alisei, Cryle. Grahatia, keep your music down, please. I will turn the music down. I'm actually surprised that it is loud. It doesn't show loud here at all. Hopefully that's better. So we met with Cryle and as well, and we are investigating things here in Charlotte. So that's where we're at now. Hopefully the music is a little bit better. I'm assuming the thing is you couldn't hear me. But looks like it should be good now. Hard to hear you? Yeah, kind of figured. If it's still hard to hear me, let me know. My mic is at a point right now where it's close to bleeding over into the red, so if it's definitely going to be the music too loud, if anything. So just let me know. Let's see. Also, there might be a little bit of a delay, so we're all here now. Yes, I've taken the liberty permission for our group's descent. Right now, everyone into the lift. Down we go. Also, welcome to everybody hanging out here. Donald, welcome. First YouTube stream in like ages, it feels like.
Deep beneath the scholar's city shines a false sun within a fabricated sky. In any age exist those who consider the floor an extension of their bookshelves, and this vault's architects surely belonged to that special breed. If the stack grows too high, start a new one. If no room remains, then make more rooms. A simple solution at first, and then bit by bit, a profound transformation. Knowledge, buried beneath knowledge, a growing, creeping labyrinth from which there is no escape.
So this is down below Charlayan then. This literally looks like an outside zone. I'm also kind of wondering about the Emmett Suck voice. Like, I'm pretty sure that's his voice as the narrator.
I must admit, the artifice is very convincing.
Yes, it is very convincing.
But I assure you that we are beneath Charlayan itself. The breeze you feel, the flowing waters you hear, all created
This narration
by the
tickles
hand
my
of
brain.
man.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, I'm just like sitting here thinking to myself, are we going to see Emmett Selk come back? Like, because at the end of Shadowbringers, we literally had him just like waving off our dudes, like, yeah, do whatever. You owe me one. It's kind of like how I perceived it. So we're not at the end of Shadowbringers, but I think you know what I mean. You know, at the end of the Crystal Tower section. So, but I assure you, reread
The
what she
island
said.
is volcanic, you see, and once upon a time, this great hollow must have been a reservoir for magma.
And also, welcome Broken Tower. Thank you for stopping by the stream.
It was discovered some 400 years ago, at which point it was repurposed as a storage facility for scrolls and samples and such. Renovations have continued, with nigh on no interruption to this day, with the lower levels still undergoing expansion.
I'm not gonna lie, so like, I'm actually surprised folks show up to the stream, man. I've never actually been on YouTube to the point where I'd see notifications or anything like that people were going live for people that I subscribe to. So it's nice to see people show up. So I appreciate you guys for coming out. My voice cracked there. Thank you guys for coming out. I've been streaming this a little bit on Twitch since yesterday, so I'm a little bit ahead already on the story, so I'm hoping that ain't a big deal. But if anybody wants to go back and watch any of that, it is on my Twitch channel, and on VODs it should be at least. So you even look back at my almost 2-hour stream of me basically sitting in the queue too. It was fun. Hit that queue boss and then getting booted back to the end of the queue after it crashed. I think a lot of people are dealing with that right now though, so unfortunate times, but I guess it wasn't to be expected. Should go live more then? Well, I personally have a lot of stuff going on in my life, and I don't have the ability to go live more often than I do. Also, I do stream more on Twitch. So, I don't know. I've been considering doing YouTube more, because Twitch kind of, I don't know, very easy to flounder there. You know, you kind of get set in a little rut. So, very difficult to get discovered there, so. I'm in the queue now. 2440. Oof. I don't think I've... Oh, actually, you know what? Last night... No, I take it back. I was about to say I haven't had a queue that high. But last night I was about 7,400. Wasn't fun. And that one I kept getting the 2002 error. And I just went back to sleep.
Aren't those people gleaners?
Aye, judging by their dress. They are said to work alone as a rule, but 'twould seem that rule is being enthusiastically broken today. It may be as you suspected, that they are engaged in a task apart from the norm.
Yep, 7,400.
Let's spread out and get some answers then.
Was pretty nuts. I've actually seen people posting screenshots of higher queues than that though, which kind of surprises me, but you know, here we are. It's the launch, so it's gonna be a little while of these queues.
Did you call to me just now?
No, I did not.
No. How odd. I must be a bit dizzy from the descent.
I got all ready for this and got a new coffee pot. Nice. I've been basically living on water and energy drinks for the last couple days myself, so. Just got groceries today, so I got more water bottles. And I got a bunch of crap that I can throw in the microwave. Although I plan on actually getting more healthy food soon. I need to start, like, actually eating better. Because my job's, like, super physical. I'm always on my feet and everything, but it's not going to do me much good if I'm eating, like, crap all the time. I don't even drink coffee, though. That stuff makes me poop.
I'll be fine, I'm sure. Let's get to work, shall we?
Need to switch earbuds real quick, too, so that way I don't lose charge. Alright. Go. I've really been enjoying the build-up of the story so far in here, but it's still a little slow, like on the quests. Like the quest. The music in this area is so weird. Is it just because I'm listening to it in one channel? Oh, let's see. Yeah, it's really weird regardless. Want to know what I'm doing? Hauling books, and ore, and fauna. If it needs hauling, I haul it. It's a lot of work. Every decade or so, they take stock in Labyrinthos. You know, sort and tidy up the inventory. Never seen an operation like this before, though. They just did one a few summers ago, even. Then, with no warning at all, this mess just drops in our laps. Orders from on high. Damned if I know the reason. Could be that they're changing the layout. Preparing for the next big expansion. This is the big expansion. Your exchange with Dobin has taught you about taking stock in Labyrinthos. So one of the great things about doing this live is everybody's going to get to see my horrible pronunciation of words and things, so this will be fun. You here to help give me more headaches? Because you have the look of a gleaner, and I'm no mood for idle chatter. Alright. One of my colleagues was so exhausted he took a tumble and crashed into a pile of crates. Now I have a pack of marmots running loose. Oh man. Oh hey, it's a vista. Let me think. The rare seeds should be item 1058, human seeds 1059, snurbbleberry, snurbbleberry 1060, or are they 16061? Oh no. You don't remember what number it is? Look, my head feels like it's stuffed with moko grass. Why more loads to take out than carry in? Why do all this at once and risk mixing it all up? What if someone mistakes the Carthan carrots for the Girabanian carrots? And then? Your exchange with Teve has taught you about large shipments coming in and out of Labyrinthos. Alright, I'm gonna go get this real quick. Dink. Look out. Yeah, there we go. Any luck? What tales do the gleaners have to tell? So this grand operation began without warning, and for every item they bring in, they send more inventory somewhere else. That That would explain the haggard faces I've been seeing. We were right. The former is definitely up to something, and they're turning Labyrinthos upside down in the process. You now have aether access to the Hall of Artifice. Ooh! Nice. Alright. You would do well to learn more of what, specifically, the Gleaners are being tasked to do, as well as who has tasked them to do it. Correct. If you're game, Sierra, I have an idea. Didn't one of the Gleaners you questioned say something about escaped marmots? Yes, they did. Perhaps if you were to help him capture said creatures, he might be inclined towards a more friendly and enlightening conversation. In the meantime, I will turn my charms upon the Gleaner here. We can compare notes afterwards. Happy hunting. I had a feeling I was going to have to help with the marmots. You wish to help me with the marmots? Nothing suitable to pay you for your services, but if you're offering out of the goodness of your heart, I'd welcome the assistance. I mean, it's not entirely out of the goodness of my own heart. The name is Erenville, friend. Specialist in the collection of live specimens. That said, the capture of these Naxian marmots is a trivial. Trivial. What the hell? Trial I have no desire to repeat. Grizzled mice, they call them. For our mercy, there are no other marmot species in this tier at present, so there should be no mistake in our little fugitives. If you happen to catch any, stuff them in the sack. Gently, of course. Oh man, how big is this sack and how big are these marmots going to be? Because I've seen creatures in Final Fantasy, and they usually shouldn't fit in a sack. Where to begin, you wonder? I've seen any scampering around here, so we need to widen our search into the surrounding forest. Be on your guard. There are beasts out there that won't hesitate to prey on marmot. Or you. I'll search the trees to the west. The eastern part of the forest is all yours. Good luck. Well, here we go. Mount over here. Only be going like a few feet, but hey, I can still do it. Oh, what is this? What is this guy? It's a troll. That is so cool looking. Looks like a dog. Oh my god. Kind of cute in a weird giant creature way. Is that supposed to be a tail or just a braid? Probably just a braid. It's like a lizard dog, dude. I think I figured out what they're doing if you want to hear my speculation. So, before you go into your speculation, I speculated something earlier, and I want to... Let me know if this sounds like your speculation. My speculation is... This is like their big arc, right? Or it's a fallout shelter of sorts, right? And because they heard of the final days approaching, they're just wanting to get all the smartest people into one place to survive and survive out any sort of end of days. And then so they can repopulate the earth with people who are not trying to wage war on one another. That's my speculation. What is yours? Yes. So that's it. See? Man, I'm glad I'm not the only one who thought of that. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that thought of that. But it's just, the troll would make a great mount. It would! I bet you it is a mount. I bet you there is or will be one. But yeah, I was speculating that whole thing about the Charlanes doing the doing a giant like arc type thing, or you know, an underground shelter for a while. When they started talking about like the Gleaners and what they do for a living, that's when I kind of pieced it together. I was like, if they're doing this regularly now, like more regularly than usual, and the smartest people are off kind of like hiding their plans from everyone else, it just, you know, it feels like they are kind of hoping for the end of the world so that way they can remake it in their image. That's just how it looks like to me. Oh, and just imagine if Alice and Alphino's father is just like, yeah, we can do without these children. Fuck them kids. Doomsday bunker. Exactly. I mean, think about it. You have this giant dome that's basically an artificial sky with an artificial skylight to provide the flora and fauna, some form of like vegetation and, you know, all that. And even rain underground. Like, I just noticed it's raining right now and we're underground. Like, it's mimicking everything that anybody would miss from being topside. All they would need is just plenty of housing for people so they can live, you know, live through the coming days and everything, and they're set. This is literally a biodome. Oh, there it is. Right over here. Go over here. Oh, I do get to fight a troll. All right, come on. Come on. Come over here. Squeak. There we go. See, I don't know how this mouse is actually going to be small enough to fit inside a sack. Especially if we got multiple mice that we're going to catch. Okay, so it didn't bother me when I ran past it. Probably because it couldn't see me. Maybe it's friendly-ish. I missed it somewhere, probably. Is it up there? It's probably up there. Mount up. Yeah, as much as I contemplated trying to level up a Reaper as well, I figured I would at least complete the MSQ using... Oh, Aether Current. Using my Dark Knight job, so that way I can at least get instant Qs. Oh, hi! You're not friendly after all. Well, in a way, I'm glad I couldn't find the marmot. Because that... Oh. I didn't realize there was a fat cat mount. I need to get me one of those. One way or another. I will find out. It's gotta be somewhere around here. I mean, the red circle is right here. Is it right there where the people are? And there's people standing right here, so... okay. Apparently not. Do not give him a Scooby snack? No. Oh, come on, where is it? Here, I'm gonna help these guys out with this. Seriously. Where is this marmot? Where did it run off to? This is crazy. Is it over here? I feel like I've ran around. Oh, everywhere. Looking for it. Like, is it in random locations in this area? I'm gonna feel dumb when I find it, probably, 'cause it's probably gonna be like right in an obvious spot. It's right there! Oh my god. Okay. Alright. Use the sack. More preparations for speed this time. You succeeded in closing the sack over your elusive quarry. Yes! We got it. While I spent my time catching this one, this other dude probably caught multiple. Like, how do you expect to be the savior of Eorzea when you're failing to capture a marmot? How did you fare? I tracked down 3 of the pack, which leaves 1 unaccounted for. See, I told you. Ah, there's the odd marmot out. Wait here a moment while I put our friends in a holding cage. It's a whole different skill set. Catching rats is not exactly my forte. Thankfully, marmots seem to be unharmed. They've held up well in the isolation, but it's much too soon to release them into the habitat. Good thing we were able to capture them so swiftly. You have my thanks. Let's see, what do we ask? Who tasked you with the capture in the first place? What will you do with the marmots now? Who tasked you with the capture? I need information. Why, the authority in charge of Labyrinthos, now and in perpetuity. The same officials who've had us working all day and night as of late. The honorable members of the Forum. Who else? Suitable for consumption and easy to breed. These were the 2 conditions I was given for the stock I was instructed to procure. I don't know what the forum was planned for these creatures, but at the very least, I doubt they'd be served for dinner today or tomorrow. See? That's a food source of theirs. They want them to breed, procreate, and then allow them to hunt them down as prey so they can eat, probably. I mean, I guess you probably won't have to do too much hunting, I guess, but... Is this the gleaner you mentioned? The one who is looking for lost marmots? Yes. Yes, it is. Interesting company you keep, friend. Who are you folk, anyway? I am Kryle, of the Students of Baldesian. These are my associates. Truth be told, the Forum's decision of late have not sat entirely well with us. That is why we made the descent into Labyrinthos. We hope that, by seeing those decisions put into action, we might more fully understand their reasoning. Wise and practical. Never hurts to try and gain a broader perspective, does it? Anyway, duty calls. Other animals to capture and enclosures to empty. Once again, I'm sorry that I can't offer you more for your services. Well, trust me, you gave me more than what we were looking for, so... Did you learn anything new from your friend here? So we confirmed that the order for this ambitious operation did indeed come directly from the Forum. However, the Gleaners have not been informed of its purpose. I'd say that fits with everything we've heard thus far. We also discovered when the operation has begun, the Forum contacted the Gleaners guild ship and put the people to this great work for some 4 days after the Telepharoi made their chilling declaration. As seasoned travelers, the Gleaners keep abreast of news from every corner of the world out of necessity. Thus, I'm inclined to trust that their calendar of events is accurate. Altogether, it gives a distinct impression that this undertaking was a sudden and unexpected development. Sounds about right. Yet I find it hard to believe that such a comprehensive restructuring of Labyrinthos and its archives could have been planned in so brief a window. Nay, this plan was long in the making, and they were but waiting the right time to put it into effect. The Telepharoi declaration and the Telepharoi declaration was what set it all into motion. It seems likely, but let us not leap to conclusions just yet. For the moment, I suggest we conduct a wider investigation of Labyrinthos. The more facilities we visit, the more pieces of this puzzle we stand to find. In that case, how about we head to the Archaeon? From here, we can reach the lower... Oh no! Kryle, what's wrong? I'm fine, truly. The sudden descent has left me a bit of a headache, that's all. Nothing that will stop me from soldiering on. Let's be about it, then. At least allow me to take the lead. I'm fairly certain I remember the way to the Archaeon. You follow the path east through the forest where you're chasing after that mouse. Or marmot, was it? Anyway, it is the trolls you need to watch out for. The doggy trolls. Or as Mr. Spencer here would have you believe, Scooby-Doos. Let's take a look here. Why do I keep using that button? I need to switch all my keybinds from Control to Alt, I think, because, like, literally every time I go to mount up, I accidentally use my Salted Earth. Not fun. Okay. Behold the Archaeon. As Numenon serves as Charlane's literary archive, so does this structure house the city's wealth of material data. Okay. The architecture, too, is similar. This building you see is merely the upper entrance, an access point to the vaults carved into the cliffside itself. Yeah, it's like secrets within secrets, man. Within those vast rooms are stored countless samples and specimens, as well as detailed records which describe them. In a manner of speaking, the Archaeon contains a physical history of Charlane's unwavering dedication to the accumulation of knowledge. Do I see any other... No? Okay. Another Choco Keep right here. I'm going to grab that real quick. Dude, it's crazy. Labyrinthos, even though it's underneath Charlane, is literally a whole other zone. It's crazy. I was just expecting it to just be like this little tiny area, right? Didn't realize it was actually an entire zone. Right now I'm just kind of looking for... That would explain the Aether Current, though. That they gave me a freebie at the beginning. Reminds me of the Tokyo Theory Geofront. That's from, That's from... That sounds familiar. I'm trying to remember what... That's from an anime, right? I think, whatever it was, it'd probably been a long time since I've seen it. I'm sure you'll tell me here in a minute. That really sounds familiar. Whatever it is, typically, if it's anything anime related, it would probably make sense. Considering the last expansion, we had basically a Ava fight, or Gundam fight, whichever you want to look at. I'm not exactly well versed on things like that, so my ability to sit still while watching TV and stuff like that is very minimal, so. Wow, they've been setting it up since the weapon fights. Big Evangelion vibes. Yeah. So is that what it was from? Because I haven't seen Ava in years. Like, I think I watched the end of Ava, got depressed, and didn't want to watch any more of it. Won't learn anything from value standing here. Let us proceed into the main building and speak with Custodian. Oh, the gemstone trader. May as well talk to them real quick. Yeah? Okay. So yeah, it is Eva. Okay. One of these years I'll go back and watch all that stuff. I really didn't watch like a whole bunch of it. I just kind of more or less skipped around. Because like, back when I watched it, like, it wasn't something I could just go on like Netflix or whatever and watch it. Like, I had to borrow cassette tapes from friends and stuff, so I didn't really get a whole grasp of everything that was going on. And my parents would not whatsoever go out and buy a whole collection of those for me to watch because of how expensive everything has always been. I've got a ton of things to sit back and watch. A whole backlog of things. But yeah, I got real, like, Ava vibes from the weapons and everything, being that they're, like, bioorganic machines, basically. That whole series of weapons definitely gave me that vibe. Greetings, we're here to peruse the Archaeon's vaults. Peruse? You're clearly not gleaners then. Might I ask your affiliation? We belong to the students of Baldesian, but is that relevant? I was given the belief that the vaults, those open to the public at least, were open to the public. Ordinarily, yes, that would be the case. At present, however, access is restricted. Only persons directly involved in the reorganization efforts are permitted to enter. Reorganization efforts, eh? Did you just speak more than what you were supposed to speak? Not us, then. I suppose we had better move along to another facility. This building has a lift that connects to the middle tier, yes? Might we at least make a use of that? No. That service has also been suspended, I'm afraid. For the time being, priority has been given over to the conveyance of the inventory. What, so this is as far as we can go? I apologize for the inconvenience. Please come again after a restructuring operation is concluded. By that time, it will be too late. We're so close to getting answers. We need to rethink our approach. Let's step outside for a moment, shall we? So, these characters could learn a lesson from Solid Snake. Hide in some crates, get smuggled in. That's the way to do it. Just saying. Cardboard box, hop on a truck. You're in. We are at an impasse. As we have no other leads, I would like to pursue this one further. But I doubt that our stone-faced custodian will be swayed into heartfelt pleas. We must seek another means to access the lower levels. It is likely that the people in this area are involved in the restructuring in one way or another. If we were to integrate ourselves, they might allow us to accompany them to the lift. Let's ask around. Surely someone is in need of a few strong backs to lighten the load. Oh, the Aetherite Plaza. Why would I not have tuned to this first? Can't believe I walked in here and didn't even, like, look to my left and see that. Okay. Who do I want to talk to? Ah, there we go. Bone Weary Worker. We'll talk to them first. What's that? Take you down the lift with me? Sorry, but not a chance. I've been up and down all day, and only now have I finally found a spare moment to rest. I did see a gleaner fellow heading out the gate there, though, shouldering a large pack, engaged in some manner of task. Maybe he'll be headed down below after he's done with whatever he's doing. There's another one. Am I taking the lift? Oh no, we're just students. They won't let us into the Archaeon even though we found... Actually, we have no idea what it is we found. There's no record of such a creature anywhere. But it was wandering around the Tranquility and we thought to donate it to the vaults. It's squealing. Oddest little squeal, don't you think? Anyway, I suppose we'll have to take care of it until the Archaeon was open once again. You know what? Seeing that person on that tank reminds me. I want to ride on my Porksy. Alright. I guess we find that gleaner and see if we can... You know what? Maybe I should look over here, see if there is a... Oh, you know what? I bet you anything. If I were to jump on that right there, it'll probably take me around the building. And there'll probably be an aether current over there. Oof. A long drop. Oh no. Can I even... No? Okay, well, it was worth a shot. It was worth a shot. We'll accept that as a failure. I'm okay with that. At least I tried. Okay, any other aether currents that I can at least spot from here? Oh, what? Someone in my free company linked these. Those are kind of cool. I'm still getting sidetracked, but at the same time, I'm just like, those aether currents really come in handy later on, so... Quiet, you'll frighten it away. What am I gonna frighten away? That thing? Those things? Ah, it's you again. I don't mean to be rude, but I'm in the middle of another task. The cloud can... I need to capture is close. Very close. You wish to help me with this too? You spend your time in unusual ways, my friend. Still, 2 hunters are generally better than 1. Very well. The canal here is a common gathering spot for birds of all kinds, but the one I'm after today is the hornbill. Feathers are green, and its cry a distinctive caw. Single it out and shoot it with its sleeping dart. Oh! The effects are short-lived, so I'll lie in wait down by the riverbank to claim our quarry. Be sure to hit the right one. Is this going to be one of those first-person shoot thing? Yep, it is. Pretty sure that's the one. Or is it? He said caw, right? Yeah, there you go. That's the one. Well, this one's not very easy to target. There we go. Missions like that can be pretty fun, I think.
Fair shot. Nicely done. Let me truss this one up, and I'll make my way over to you.
It's crazy how many male Vieras they have in the story. Like, they've implemented them into the story. Almost like, you know, they've been there for, like, all this time.
There you are. Any new revelations?
So you met with that gleaner again, this time to capture a hornbill. I understand catching and bringing in creatures from the outside, but what's the point of chasing after ones already here?
Oh, it's a simple thing, really. Occasionally, we remove specimens no longer needed for study, or those we've had difficulty raising. But we can't simply turn them loose. Safely returning such creatures to their native habitats is another facet of a cleaner's duties. But not in this case, I'm afraid. I've been asked to bring the bird below.
And you take us.
The restricted section in the lower levels of Labyrinthos. Open only to a select few researchers handpicked by the Forum. The projects down there are the subject of rumor and hearsay. Forbidden magics. Advanced technologies that can never be allowed to fall into outside hands. Even Archons are not privy to the truth. Those who are, the researchers involved in this secretive work, are not permitted to walk freely in the city, and are instead required to live in isolated quarters.
What could a facility subject to such strict security protocols possibly need with a hornbill? An experiment?
Oh no.
Possibly. I wasn't afforded an explanation.
Of course you wouldn't. That's like above your pay grade.
But judging by the requisition list given to me and my colleagues, I doubt it's for any kind of advanced research. I'd be more inclined to believe we were making preparations to migrate to the south. Mericidia or thereabouts.
What? Why would you say that?
Much of the flora and fauna we were asked to procure could serve as reliable sources of sustenance.
Yeah. Reliable sources of sustenance, exactly.
They're comparatively hardy species too, able to endure harsh climates. And among them are specimens known to be effective in improving soil quality and purifying water.
So then that would help with agriculture.
When you
And-
put it that way, migration does sound like
Yeah.
a reasonable assumption.
That's all it is, though. An assumption. Through our tasks, we gleaners glimpse only bits and pieces of the Forum's plans. Our prime concern is that our requisitions, be they living or otherwise, are properly preserved for the knowledge of future generations. Now, I really must be going. I regret that I cannot reward you as you deserve.
Dude, you can totally reward us by taking us with you. Shove us in a sack like you do the marmots.
Perhaps you might reward us after a fashion then. It is imperative that we reach the lower levels. And seeing as you are already set to descend with your assigned cargo, mayhap we could accompany you as your assistants.
I'm afraid that won't be possible. Once the animals have been prepared for transport, we send them down separately via the lift. I will of course follow after to make my report, but I can hardly pass you off as porters when there's nothing left to carry.
Indeed. Pray forget I said anything.
How do you feel about climbing? If you've strength and the courage to brave it, then there is another way down.
Oh, look at that. See, he is paying us back. He's giving us information. That's all we need. Information.
This path leads to the 33rd facet, a mine shaft excavated during one of our expansions of Labyrinthos. While I cannot guarantee that the passage is safe to traverse, it should provide access to the medial circuit below.
I never even knew such a place existed. Thank you. This is the perfect solution.
You're quite welcome, but consider
I mean-
yourselves warned. If the going proves too treacherous, you do well to turn back. I bid you good day.
I like how they just added the boots on his backpack. Like, they didn't just make it a backpack with, like, pockets and stuff. They threw on useful stuff. They think about things. They really do.
Well, turning back is hardly an option, not when we've come this far. Let's go and take a look at this mine shaft.
Let's do it. We're going spelunking, everybody. It's XP buff time. I've been forgetting my food buffs, so need to make use of them. In fact, I could probably actually toss these on my bar right here. Oh, need that. One of two. Alright. Oh, there's another one back here. Why am I running that way? I like how unmended now doesn't break your combo. It's very nice. I can appreciate that. What other hunts do I have? Here's this one. Northern snapweeds. I'm assuming I might come across those. So only one's in Garlemald. Everything else is down here or in Thavnir, so should be able to come across them for some more experience. This must be it, the entrance to the mine shaft. Really? You think so? It's faint, but I can hear something moving within. Creatures homed here by the researchers, you think? Well, slavering beasts inside, we need to watch our footing. I can't read that for some reason. Our footing. We should tighten our straps and such before we continue. Assuming everyone's tongue-tied like crazy, dude. Assuming everyone's tightened their straps and checked their gear, then I say we head on in. Given the terrain ahead, though, it might be wise to leave some distance between us. We don't want to be stumbling over each other if it comes to a fight. Take it slow and don't forget to check your surroundings from time to time. We can meet up again at the other end of the tunnel. Oh, good. This isn't one of those stay with your friends missions. As interesting as those are, they're kind of more of a pain in the ass. What in the world is that? Is that one of the things I have to... like a frog, grasshopper, mushroom thing. Okay. Oh, I get to fight them too. How lovely. What's that person over there doing? Is there anything over there that's important? There's multiple people going right over there. Okay, I guess not. When I see like a group of people going to one spot, they're all going to the one spot. Nice. There's 3 of them. Okay. Off we go. Further into the mine. Did I miss something back here? Thought I saw one of them blue quests. Oh, this makes me wonder though. There was like a second path. I wonder if there was like an aether current in it. Yep, I knew it. Look at that. I'm glad I doubled back here. Yes. Perfect. Okay. Look at you and your big whale. It's so cool. I'm jealous. One of these days I'll be able to afford the lunar whale. Everyone seems to have made it through without incident. Nothing of consequence, at least. And as promised, the tunnel has delivered us to the medial circuit. We'll say medical circuit. I didn't read that last one. If Aaronville's assumption holds true, the specimens are being collected in preparations for a great migration. And then we should see the evidence of such plans in the area's research projects. Let's follow the path and to the nearest farming facility and see what we see. It's such a non-committal statement. We'll see what we see. Ginamos. So I'm doing a little bit of exploring here while we're out. Logisticon Alpha. I'm still able to be mounted in here. Interesting. This definitely feels. This place has like an Amarote vibe, kind of. Like they are just like the people of Amarote. Straight Corrigan. Straight onion. That's me. Straight egg. Straight tomatoes. Guys, don't worry about me. I'm not here to fight you. I'm just here looking for aether currents. Surely they wouldn't have another one so close to the mine where I just got one, though. But we will see. I kind of like the idea of searching for the aether currents while I'm streaming, so that way I do have footage for it, so that way I can piece it all together as a video for the video guide for folks. Otherwise I have to like create a whole new character and do all of that. It's just like, Okay. Thought I saw something there. Oh, look at those grape crystals. Ah, I know where we are. This is Mariel Agronomics. It sounds like a Vanilla Ice song. Labyrinthos is host to a wide variety of vegetation, which allows us to conduct studies on cultivation methods utilized in foreign lands. And it is this facility which coordinates and oversees these efforts. The fruits of their research go to feed their Labyrinthos colleagues, or so I hear. More notable successes might make it to the Agora. Foods so exotic you'd be hard-pressed to guess their origin, let alone how they might taste. Indeed, mystery vegetables without a name, only a list of nutritional benefits scribbled on a card. I see no gleaners whereabouts, yet these workers seem to share the same sense of urgency. It's possible they know something of the forum's plans and their underlying motivations. Worth looking into, wouldn't you say? See what you can coax from the workers. The rest of us will do the same, or cast about for useful clues. I wonder if these people will actually be more useful for information. Oh, hello there. We weren't expecting visitors, not with use of the lift being restricted. How did you make it down here anyway? We walked. The mine shaft, you say? Well, you're much hardier soul than I. Under normal circumstances, I'd reward such tenacity with a guided tour of the fields, but I'm afraid the forum has us filling order lists of now long. Massive yet detailed requests, literal wagon loads of crop samples, and hardly any time to put them together. When I first heard of this grand reorganization, I assumed we would be shuffling around old stock to make room for the new. Then came the orders for ridiculous quantities of seeds we've already thoroughly researched. Passing strange, eh? I pressed for an explanation and was met with vague assurances that all would be revealed in due course. Not the most satisfying answer. Nope. I can tell you what they're doing. My gut says bomb shelter. An overwhelmed laborer. Do I have aught to be taken down below? More than I can carry, and then some. Most of our stock is sent off via the cargo lift, but some has been earmarked for aerial transport. Hence the stack of crates atop that hill over there. God, towing the lot up the slope was a job and a half. What, over there? Or over there? Which hill? Which hill are we talking about? A harried harvester. What crops are we raising? Well, as you can see, there's a variety of grape. Only needs a good source of sunlight to grow, and the conditions here are nothing short of perfect. Hardly surprising, given that it's native to a particular locale in the very place upon which Labyrinthos was modeled, a region to the south of Ilsabard. It boasts remarkable habitat diversity, allowing for a myriad of flora and fauna to thrive. Chilly peaks in the north give way to swaths of temperate plains, which in turn transitions into a hot and humid coastline. Such bountiful territory is never contested, as you might expect. Used to be called Corvos before the Imperials named it to Locus Amoenus. The forum Saw it not as a surprise, however, but as a researcher's ideal environment, one whose climate we strove to recreate within the confines of Labyrinthos. It said it's since provided a rich foundation for countless experiments in cultivation. Cool. Very cool. No, Onion. Leave Onion alone. Oh. Oh my, there's a lot of people here. There's the boxes they were talking about. While I'm here though, I wanted to double check my card. Medial Circuits, Labyrinthos. Northern Snapweed is what I'm looking for. I'm sure I'll come across them eventually. Although it doesn't hurt to look for them. Okay. Not over here. Someone in my guild just said they've been trying to log in since 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I've been in the game since 9 a.m. Central. That queue must have gotten up there right after I jumped in. Oh, they had the 2002 error. Labels on those crates tell the story of their contents. Bundles of common seeds and saplings, accompanied by sheaves of reports. Oh man, now it's getting all warm in here. It was cold. Get the fan turning here.
Hard to look away, isn't it?
Hmm?
But they're more than pretty flowers. Heart blooms are attuned to ambient emotion. You don't seem convinced, but believe me, it's true. This ashen grey, for instance, it mirrors the anxiety and urgency of those working nearby as they rush to fulfill sudden orders. Intense feelings like those spur the petals to change colour. Bright glowing hues in the presence of joy, dark subdued shades for frustration or despair.
So they're basically like a mood ring, but actually work to tell you the mood of what's going on then. Trying to find a hairband. Put my hair up or some shit. Found one. Yeah, I got one.
Yet even with the collected wisdom of Charlian at our disposal, We've yet to identify the underlying principle of this empathic effect. And there are other mysteries besides. Although the flower is extraordinarily long-lived, its low reproductive rate has made it difficult to find younger populations growing in the wild.
Come on, click.
With too few sightings to map its distribution, and no closely related species to track, we've been unable to pinpoint its land of origin. To further complicate matters, every culture, even dimly aware of its existence, has given it a different name and mythos. Our attempts to study it via the historical record have been an exercise in frustration. As an avid botanist myself, I should one day like to unravel the Heartbloom's secrets. But I'm afraid other duties must take precedence. I will leave you to your thoughts.
That was kind of a random conversation, but interesting. Wonder how useful that's going to be in the end. God, I've really fucked up my facial hair when I shaved.
Have you learned aught of interest?
I just realized it while I was looking in the camera.
A flower that reacts to one's feelings. Strange. I must say, I have never heard of such a thing.
This is all very fascinating. But as it stands, we failed to gain any significant insight into the Forum's undertaking.
Indeed. While there is certainly enough activity to support Erenville's supposition that a priority has been placed on improving food production, unfortunately for our investigation, these workers were never informed as to how their duties serve the master plan.
If only we could interrogate the Forum members directly.
Can just bust down their door and hold them at gunpoint. Surely one of us has a gun. I know I do. Unfortunately, my machinist level is really low, so that's not going to be very
Isn't that
helpful.
the entrance to the Archaeon? Look, there. I think that's Erenville.
A little difficult to tell from here, but I think you're right. He did say he was coming down to make his report.
Erenville receives his orders from the Forum. Would it not follow, then, that the superior to whom he reports is a Forum member? Or at least a close associate?
Uh-oh.
You
I feel like I'm going to get this dude in trouble.
What of the risks?
Ours alone to bear. We won't interfere with Erenville's work, nor will he be implicated as an accomplice. If you're not comfortable taking part, I can do this alone.
Nay. I said myself that I wished to know Father's intentions. And no answers will be forthcoming should we simply ask nicely.
It's true.
We can apologize later, should it come to it. Right now, we need every crumb of information we can get our hands on. Consequences be damned.
It might be best if you came along as well. In fact, we should all...
Cryo's over there trying to figure out what's going on with those flowers, ain't she?
Cryo?
Oh, yes. That certainly sounds like a plan.
I'm glad you agree.
Hmm? I'm sure they could use some sort of
Erinville
spell
is on
to
the move.
eavesdrop.
We need to get closer before we lose him.
Some invisibility spell. A cloak of sorts.
Almost. I can almost reach you.
Almost reach who? There's a lot of people gathered over there. Is Crow still feeling unwell? Never seen her so distracted. Keep an eye on her, but keep moving too. Do not let our quarry slip away. LSA is not about to let Erinville out of her sight. Erinville is headed westward along the path outside the Archaeon. We can still catch him. That is a really pretty outfit on this VR right here. Nice colors. Do I have to like hop off to go down there or what? Oh, I can go around. Do 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 do. Why do I feel like I need to go over there though? Like, yeah. I'm gonna go over there real quick. I'm gonna take this detour real quick. Go over here. Along the way, see if I can find an Aether Current. Aether Currents are like, kind of like second priority to me, but at the same time, they're major priority. Like, they're really high up there. Because I want to be able to fly as soon as possible with very little... Nothing over here. Don't see anything. Okay. I mean, ultimately, if I have to come back to get all of the Aether Currents, that's fine, but I'd rather get them all while I'm here. Another bridge. Aether Currents have been known to be, like, in water and crevices and stuff, too, so... It's always good to keep an eye on the sides. Hold a moment. I have an idea. If memory serves, the colossal wall-like structure is Logisticon Beta, one of Labyrinthos' climate-controlled centers. It should have its own lifts, which one could access the upper or lower tiers. If I were an agent of the Forum, that would make for a convenient meeting place. You want out of the room, girl? Even if we happen to find Erinville in the company of said agent, we cannot expect them to reveal issues of importance as we nonchalantly stroll past. Nay, we shall have to remain undetected. Only Gra and his vanish spell were here. That's what I'm thinking. Vanish spell. Hold on, dog. I'll let you out. Oh, but there are other ways of turning invisible. Potions? Hippity hop, my little toes. Oh no! She's gonna turn us into frogs, isn't she? Toads, to be specific. Goodness! Yep. Didn't even warn us. Unaccustomed to transfiguration? Worry not. It'll wear off with the passage of time. I suggest you and your green companions hop along and catch up with Erenville. Should you feel the magic's fading, return to me and I will refresh the enchantment. Oh no. And what am I to do in the meantime? Wait here with me. In your current state of mind, you'd be as likely to leap into the jaws of a predator as you would learn anything of note. Oh, called her out, dude. Which reminds me, where the creature's hereabouts. In that form, you are essentially defenseless. Okay, that makes sense. You have changed into a toad. You must remain transfigured in order to progress with quest objectives. You will return from your transfigure status if you move too far away. Look to your map for the transfiguration's area of effect. Speak with Ishtala to restore or prolong the transfiguration. Okay, so this square, I guess, is the... Okay. Alpha no. Ribbit. I'm taking a screenshot of that one. Alpha Toad and Ala Toad are now accompanying you. Keep them at your side in order to proceed with quest objectives. You can leave... okay. I know the drill. Alpha Toad and Ala Toad, man. What in the world? What were they thinking? Oh, they've got the little slaps of the feet as they hit the concrete. And the floor, the ground. Little slaps of toad feet. Giant toads. That's the thing that I need to kill. Right there. No. It's not. People already flying out here, jeez. Oh, there we go. That's where we need to go.
I trust you will find your compensation to be more than satisfactory. We wish to make clear that we are pleased with the efficiency and thoroughness of your work. So much so that we have come bearing new tasks in need of your competent hand.
Another lengthy list. If I may speak frankly, the Gleaners have been pushed to the point of collapse by your unending demands. We are not familiars to be exploited. We are Sharlayan scholars, and we deserve an explanation for this unseemly treatment. What warrants such urgency?
In an age long past, Sharlayan was charged with a momentous duty. And now that word of the final days hangs heavy in the air, the time has come for us to fulfill that charge. I can say no more, but I promise you this. All will be revealed in due course. And when it has, you will understand that your toil was in service to the greatest good.
Then I will do your bidding. For now.
So, they are preparing for the final days, as we were guessing.
But unless you wish the Gleaners to rise up in protest, I advise you to offer tangible improvements for our working conditions. Your promised revelation does nothing to address present circumstances.
A fair point. Your concerns will be conveyed to the Forum.
I hope that was informative. You may consider my debt to you repaid in full.
Oh my god, he knew!
While I do have my reservations about the Forum, I want to believe that they have our best interests at heart. Which is why I'm reassured that you're busy sniffing out the truth of things. We can ill afford to place all our eggs in one basket, this master plan of theirs, without first understanding the risks involved.
Wait! How did you know it was us?
If you mean to impersonate a toad, try studying the real thing. And don't try to fool an expert.
Yeah. That's what happens. Thanks, Ishtala. Really had us prepared for that, didn't you? I suppose we should have known a gleaner who specialized in animal procurement would not so easily be deceived, yet he seemed inclined to put his trust in us all the same. More importantly, perhaps, we've discovered a new piece of the puzzle. This momentous duty the Forum agent mentioned. Sharlayan has been called to action, and the Telephoroid's declaration was the catalyst. Whatever charge it is that they hope to fulfill, they deem it of sufficient import to disrupt all of Labyrinthos, not to mention ignore Eorzea's request for aid. Alisei is starting off in the direction of Erenville, parted, a thoughtful look on her face. What duty could warrant direct involvement of the Forum and the commitment of its resources? Judging by all that we've heard, none of the Gleaners were offered any kind of explanation. At this point, it seems abundantly clear we'll learn nothing new by pressing them further. We should head back to Ishtala and Krau for the moment, see what they think of this. Let's go! While we're at it, there was a couple enemies over here that I was hoping to go after. That's not it. I could have sworn I saw them. Oh, they're on the other side. Other side of the bridge. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Another one down. I haven't seen any big glowing orbs, so I guess no aether currents. Not for a distance, at least. Could be hiding behind something too, but I know most of the time when I see an aether current on the map, I can usually spot it from a little bit away. So it should, in theory, be visible to me if it's there. But clearly it's not, so. And if it is, I'll find it later. I mean, it could be over there too, for all I know. Or up there. Welcome back. I trust you found Erinville then. Interesting. And if you would learn something important, even if that's something or simply a confirmation that no one knows much of anything. We should share this with Kryl, then discuss how we'd like to proceed. Assuming we find her back at the farm, she was still behaving oddly, so I bade her return and rest there. Perhaps not the best decision in hindsight. Would you mind checking near those flowers she was so entranced by? The rest of us can survey more of the distant areas, just in case she decided to wander. Like I'm about to sneeze. Holy cow. So this is a pretty large area to search. Set by the flowers though, right? And I believe the flowers were like up this path. There we go. Alright, Crow, what's up? What's your...
For you. The spell will keep it from wilting.
Really? Why are you giving me a flower, dude?
She said you would need it for the journey ahead.
Who's she? Hyland?
Will you speak with her now? I cannot hope to match Minfilia's clarity, of course, but...
Thank you. Do not worry. She has lent me her body for only a moment.
My character's looking at her like, what the hell? Just like I was thinking.
Just as I could not save the first from the flood of light, it has become arduous for me to interact with the physical world without assistance. Though I might converse with you for a time, the incorporeal form I assumed on the ship would be incapable of casting even the simplest enchantment. It is in the depths of the ethereal sea, the place to which all life returns, where my influence is greatest. After Minfilia's sacrifice on the first, it was to the sea, here in the source, where I ferried her soul. I wished that gentle spirit to find rest in the world she loved so well. Her, and another who may yet have a part to play, though that will depend on you.
And another who may
Take
yet.
the flower. Walk free, for you are free to go where you wish, to believe what you will.
Doubt.
That gloom will be your guide, test and proof of your conviction. In darkness, seek joy. Surrender not to sadness, and see beyond despair. Walk free, and bear the light for others to follow. Together, raise it aloft and let it shine, till the end, blinding and radiant.
So the flower is going to come in handy at some point. That's what I'm taking away from this. I'll speculate more after the scene.
That was all too brief. Already she seems so far away. My apologies if I startled you. Ever since we began our descent into Labyrinthos, I had sensed another's will, straining to reach out. Even with my particular talents, though, I was unable to make a connection at first, so weak and tenuous it was. Once I took hold of that wispy thread, imagine my surprise to discover it was Hydaelyn herself. Needless to say, it seemed wise to learn what we could before letting go. Her answers were more cryptic than I would have liked, but at least she left us with a guide of sorts, that unusual flower.
Interesting that she was able to be taken over, but still knows exactly what was said. So that kind of tells me that when she's taken over, She's still present. It's just like Caitlin just has control of her body. Like an Ascian. Like the Ascian mask that Hyland wears at the beginning of the expansion on the boat. Well, I guess she didn't wear it. I mean, it was around her neck, though, so I guess... Either way. Her answers are more cryptic than that. No, okay.
Yes, we are definitely making progress.
You can't be serious. We've done nothing wrong.
Uh-oh. Y'all had to ruin it, didn't you? Oh, God. It's Papa.
Master Fortuno, what business has the Forum with us?
Obstruction and suppression, apparently.
Mistress Baldessian, our records show you facilitated the Scions' entrance into Sharlayan by claiming them as assistants for your organization.
Well, I mean, they are.
We are aware of your investigations. After alerting the major institutions to the presence of potential troublemakers, we received word from an Archaeon custodian. A group operating under the auspices of the students, skulking about Labyrinthos and engaging in clandestine behavior.
It was that dude by the lifts, man. I guarantee it was him.
Clandestine? We may not have entered Sharlayan as Scions, but we did naught to conceal our identities.
It's true. We even used our names.
Our only purpose in this city is to seek the truth. I can think of no reason why our actions should warrant the Forum's intervention.
Unless you plan on giving us answers.
It is not our way to discourage the pursuit of knowledge, but the timing of such pursuits must be considered, not to mention their potential impact. With the world in chaos, we, the true caretakers of wisdom, have committed ourselves to an undertaking that demands the utmost discretion. And we will not risk its success by turning a blind eye to disruptive foreign elements in our midst.
I wonder if they're trying to keep it, like, kind of secret because they don't want to cause unrest amongst the rest of the population of the planet. Because that's what a lot of, like, government agencies and stuff like that try and do whenever they've got, like, major information that they don't want out. I'm wondering if that's what they're doing. Like, I wonder if everybody at Square Enix decided they were going to pull a Metal Gear Solid on us and give us some government conspiracy stuff. Wouldn't be the first.
What, then, is to be our fate? Will you put us on a ship back to Eorzea?
The Forum will convene to examine your case. The results of said inquiry will determine your future in this city. As for your absent companion, he has already been detained.
Graha! But why? Is reading a crime now, too?
I mean, he was a student. He is an Archon, so why is he being detained?
Reading is encouraged, celebrated even. Not, however, of the volumes shelved in the restricted section of the library.
He found the restricted section, apparently.
Refusing to comply will only make matters worse. Let us instead treat this as an opportunity to open a dialogue with the Forum.
Silence is often one's best defense. I would advise against prolonging the proceedings with frivolous discourse.
I mean, he's not wrong.
But enough. This is not the place for debate. The rostra await.
In a way, I'm glad that I followed this path of the main scenario quest after the Thavnair one, because this makes the most sense to do this after. The story's more compelling. I may not even have to speculate. They're probably going to give me all the answers right here.
Forgive me. I was careless.
We would have been detained regardless. This way, at least, we managed to stay together. I trust your time within the Forbidden Archives was well spent.
The forum will come to order. This inquiry is now in session. As Speaker-elect, I will be presiding over the day's proceedings. Master Fortuner, would you be so kind as to restate the matter which compelled you to summon your colleagues with such urgency?
As you are all aware, we recently denied Eorzea's request for Sharlayan assistance. Since then, certain individuals dissatisfied with our decision have taken it upon themselves to interfere with our work. They entered our nation masquerading as associates of the students of Baldessian. But these malcontents are better known as the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. These militants wield influence with both the Eorzean and Eastern alliances, and are inextricably involved with the crises presently afflicting the world at large. Loose in our city, these warmongers sought to meddle with and expose matters of state secret. What are they, if not a dire threat to be expelled?
You have tarnished the good name of the students. Galuf would be ashamed.
Oh, Lord. I've never seen her with her hood off.
Baldessian was never one to forsake his fellow man.
She's got nice hair.
If this nation closed every door and retreated from the world, he would have found a way to help the Scions, help every soul of this star fight back against the coming doom.
A terrible enemy stands poised to lay waste to all we hold dear. In the face of such madness, Eorzea reached out to Sharlayan, a respected ally, in the hopes of forming a united front. Was your curt dismissal truly the best you could offer? Or are you so preoccupied with your momentous duty of an age long past that even the end of the world is unworthy of your attention?
Whence came this revelation?
From the mouth of a forum member within fortuitous earshot.
Then it seems your findings support my own.
Oh, he found some stuff too.
The reason I visited the restricted shelves was to study records of the Forum's policy-making process, to better understand the historical trends underlying their most major decisions. At first glance, the positions of neutrality in war and the accumulation of knowledge above all else appear constant and consistent, the unchanging pillars of Sharlayan society. And once upon a time, I might have left it at that. These days, however, I am more attuned to the subtleties of governance, and so I noticed something odd. From a particular point in time, the purpose of these policies shifted. No longer was knowledge preserved for the benefit of society. Rather, society was to be gradually reshaped to ensure the preservation of knowledge. The most conspicuous and telling change was the one which befell Labyrinthos. Once little more than an oversized storehouse, an enormous allocation of funds saw it transformed into an advanced research and archival facility.
Okay.
I also discovered a fascinating account on the finances of our Dravanian colony. The settlement attracted students from far and wide, and the connections and tuition fees thus acquired were funneled into further improvements for the archives. Now, there is no question that our nation's progress is tied to the acquisition of wisdom. Nevertheless, the vast resources diverted for this purpose borders on the obscene. But returning to the matter of when, our change in course appears to have been made some 270 years ago.
The very same period when Sharlayan scholars in the hinterlands began a formal study of the ethereal sea. You found something, did you not? And whatever it was, gave rise to your oh-so-important duty.
Ooh. The way she said that.
Mind your tongue, Archaeon. If you had seen...
Did someone force choke him?
Yes. We are bound by a duty we cannot ignore. Knowing this, what would you have us do? Abandon our vital work and join you on the field of battle? We will never choose the way of the sword. We will fulfill our mission, not through strife and bloodshed.
No one wants you guys to fight?
Come what may, we shall live on. We must.
Nobody's gonna ask you nerds to fight.
Do as you must, then. But we Scions will fight until the heavens fall, until our last breath.
We just need information. Need help. Jeez.
Such misguided zeal.
Father, Master Fortuno.
Uh-oh, he busted out the master.
I fail to understand the stance you have elected to take. But by the same token, I have yet to find a compelling argument to counter the challenge you put to us in Gridania. Still, in the midst of my uncertainty, I must trust in myself to do what is right, as others have chosen to trust in me.
Yeah. What he said.
So I will continue, as I always have, weighing the consequences of my every action, and allowing my hope for the future to inform my decisions.
That's quite enough. Have you all forgotten the reason for this assembly?
Scholar
Who cares,
Montrachet.
old man?
He's the head of the studium and an old friend of my grandfather's.
Honestly, every discussion devolves into some interminable debate. Terrible habit. Let's return to the topic at hand, hmm? By their own admission, these Scions have resolved to fight alongside the Eorzean nations against the doom which swift approaches. But there exists no evidence of an attempt to incite our citizens to do the same. Furthermore, while our decision may well have been the correct one, we cannot simply bull our way through these disagreements without inviting doubts or objections. Put yourselves in their place. Who among you would leave a tome unopened if an elder forbid you read it with no reason given? No. If we're to quell further discontent, then we must conclude this matter with a fair and even hand.
I thought I was going to dislike that old guy, but I kind of like him.
Order! We will have order! Master Montrachet raises some valid points. Keeping such concerns in mind, I propose we enforce the following measures. Until further notice, the students of Baldesion are to cease any and all activities within the domain of Sharlayan. You will also refrain from any further investigation into the Forum's decisions and duties. Failure to comply with these restrictions will result in the immediate expulsion of your Scion associates. Let us put this judgment to a vote. All in favor, raise your hand.
Still a lot of people with their hand down, but you know, I don't know, man.
I count 51 for and 48 against. The proposal is passed. Students, Scions, you have heard the Forum's judgment. Pray abide by it, or face the consequences. Honored members, I thank you for your time. This inquiry is concluded.
Okay, but our conversations aren't. We need to keep going. Nah. Well, at least we've been allowed to remain in the city. Our endless investigations have not been in vain. We now know that the mysterious duty of theirs began with whatever the form discovered in the ethereal sea. With our freedom so sorely curtailed, however, we must struggle to earn aught more substance here in Sharlayan. I blew through 2 food buffs doing this one quest. It's a long quest. All I'll say is look at dissatisfaction. Oh yeah, so my speculation. I have speculation for later parts of the story, not related to the Sharlayans in particular, but just the story in general. Okay, so I have to pause the conversation with Alcé for just a second. My speculation, though. We have 2 possible candidates for characters to die from our group by the end of the expansion. 1. Trial. She's powerful. She's got connections to Hydaelyn, obviously, because she's able to speak with her enough to be able to lend her body, so that way she can communicate with us. So she has a connection there. She's also really powerful, so she could sacrifice herself at some point for us. Number 2, Ishtala. She is living on borrowed time as it is anyway, because she's blind, but she's using her Aether power to be able to see. So obviously she has a shorter lifespan than what she would normally have. But she's also powerful and could at some point sacrifice herself. That's 2 speculations, really bad speculations, but Hydaelyn did say there'd be one more, that she would also send her soul, to the ethereal sea, I think it was she said. So, yeah. That's my speculation. Of course, then again, we might see him at Selk show up again, since he's narrating this thing, I think. Survival come that what may, his father's work so vital that it takes precedent over his own family. Alpha, no. I'll say, it is you. Is it Mama? When I heard you'd been dragged before the forum, came as swiftly as I could. So very glad you're allowed to stay. Yep, it's Mother. It's Mama Levelure. Emilian's Levelure at your service. You fine people must be the Scions of the 7th Dawn. How lovely it is to finally meet you. Everybody's got their mouth open like, Mother, please, we don't wish to make things difficult for you. Word reaches Father that you are here. Oh, bother that. Am I to be chastised for speaking with my own children? I'm well aware that you and Master Fortunals are not on the best of terms at the moment, but I've been absolutely desperate to see my darlings again. You will come by the house, won't you? I have gifts waiting. Timing couldn't be better. As matters stand, we shan't be going anywhere until we discuss matters with Thancred's group and can reconsider our options. Go visit your home. We'll be back at the annex when you're ready to rejoin us. I'm not sure Syrah, what do you think? Syrah. The Syrah Anunpa. Oh wow, even she knows about me. What a splendid day this has turned out to be. Champion of Eorzea, I insist that you join us. Okay. Can't... I mean, do I get a gift too? Oh, but we must be quick about it. Not for my own benefit, but should my husband return and find you enjoying my hospitality, the servants will be made to suffer the consequences. Sir, if you would be so kind to escort my children to the estate. Whatever. And then she was gone, and with her any opportunity to protest. Indeed, the matter is settled. Enjoy yourselves, you three. That's fine. I apologize, but Mother does not want to take no for an answer. Still, I am glad, relieved even, to see her in such high spirits. What say you? Though it seems we shall have little enough time to enjoy it, will you accompany us on our visit home? Fine. If we're going, then let's get it over with. Be sure to stay in the entrance hall. No peeking into our private chambers, thank you very much. Why ever not? Your room is always perfectly neat and tidy. Everyone has things they'd rather keep to themselves, don't they? Cherished mementos you couldn't bring yourself to throw away, childhood toys. I mean, God, never mind. Your estate is this way, straight down the stairs. Come on. I wish it would stop telling me that they're accompanying me and how to keep them around. I don't need to keep clicking through that conversation. When Alice and I were little, the bridge was as far as we permitted to wander alone. I say alone, but my mother or a servant was always somewhere nearby, keeping a watchful eye. Now look at us, traveling to different continents, different worlds even. As children, Alpha and I would often wait here for father to come home from work. It must have been a day when his meetings ran long, because I remember growing restless and leaning over the railing to watch the water rush by. Father, of course, arrived at that exact moment, came pounding down the path in panic, crying out my name. Thinking you were gonna fall over. Typical father thing. And here you are at last. Please do come in.
Welcome home, my lady.
This music sounds a lot like Final Fantasy 15 music.
What? What are you gawping at?
Your house, dude! Let's see. House Levelure in all its grandeur. Scion headquarters must seem squalid indeed. Just admiring the craftsmanship. Yeah, we'll go with that one.
Oh, I suppose I never gave the decor much thought. I'm glad that you approve, I think.
Lord Fortuneau is not to hear of this visit. And I should also like the children to have their gifts, ere my husband makes his return.
As you wish, my lady.
Master Alphino, Mistress Alice, if you would accompany me upstairs.
We shan't be long.
The twins have been sending letters home from time to time, recounting their latest adventures.
So that's how she knows about him.
I am sure they withhold certain details, of course, if only to keep me from worrying. Yet a mother worries all the same. In the early days especially, I tried to support them as best I could, sending the Scions coin and other such donations.
So Tataru took your money?
Fortunately, they have found the strength to overcome adversity time and time again. Their words grow more confident with every letter, their depictions more vivid. The triumphs and defeats, the joys and sorrows. It is clear that they have come to find value in every experience. But of those they treasure most, it would seem that meeting you might be the most impactful. Why, since that fateful day, I do believe there has not been a single missive in which you were not mentioned by name.
Oh no. Yeah, why you gotta call me out like that, man?
It is plain they care for you, and I am glad they have such a steadfast companion watching over them. Under normal circumstances, I would offer you tea, but alas, these are anything but. In any event, why don't you keep me company whilst we await my children's return? Perhaps you
And
might
Earbuds
regale me
decided
with a
to
tale or two of your
cut
exploits.
out there for a second there. I'm wondering if my earbuds are dying at this point. I'm gonna check my status here. Okay, so the one I've got right now has 50%. Should be good there for under normal circumstances. Okay, tailor to your exploits. I don't even know if we have time for that. All of my exploits are months long. If you really think about it.
When you
Oh,
mentioned
shit.
gifts, I wasn't sure what to expect.
Got her some red armor.
Mother,
Oh, look how well it fits you. And the style is to your liking?
It's perfect. Exactly what I would have chosen. But please, tell me you had something different made for Alphino.
Of course.
Naturally. You are hardly little children anymore. And while I shall miss dressing you in those precious matching outfits, I must respect the individuals you have grown to become.
Oh yeah, they're definitely different.
See for yourself.
Thank you for the splendid clothes, Mother. Stylish, comfortable, and eminently practical.
I am so glad you like them. They are, however, missing one final touch.
If you would allow me, Master Alphino.
Oh, you can tell which one the favorite child is. Got the extra touch. Ow! He got his freaking wings, dude.
Wait. Are these...
A sage's tools of the trade. They belonged to your father. Though he may as well be chained to his desk these days. As a student, he was often called upon to venture into the field. He wielded those armaments, both to heal and to harm in no few battles. None so fierce as those you two have braved, perhaps, but battles nonetheless. Thus did I pull them out of storage, to show you that he was not always the man who stands in vehement opposition to you now. And also because it would be a terrible waste of ridiculously expensive House Leveilleur commissioned artistry.
That wink, dude.
I am told these devices are quite difficult to master. But someone of your extensive experience should soon have them darting about with grace and aplomb.
Dude.
May the wisdom in that
Give him
crystal
the soul
serve
stone
you
and
well.
everything.
And please, try to find common ground with your father.
The soul crystal.
That you might come and go without need for this awful subterfuge.
We will, Mother. I promise.
I mean, one way or another, you're gonna have to.
My final gifts to you, before you run off, are an observation and a suggestion.
Oh.
Firstly, Fortuno has ever been a serious man, but it was only after you were born that he truly lost himself in his work. I may not know the Forum's inner workings, but I know your father's. The timing of that change in him holds some significance. Secondly, do not seek to best your father with words. Far better that you simply show him. Let him discover the merit of your actions, after they cannot be undone.
Alright. Well, makes sense.
Oh, Mother.
We shall take your wisdom to heart. Thank you again for these gifts, and farewell for now.
Safe travels, my children. Eat well, stay warm, and keep your friends close.
All she's missing is telling them to make sure to change their socks and underwear every day. Where's my gifts? I didn't get anything. Oh, really? Fuck them kids. Oh god. Alright. Alphino. Thank you for indulging Mother's requests. I can see it meant a lot to her. And I shall refrain from inquiring as to the content of your private conversation. Our visit was all too brief. For now, however, it will have to suffice. As will these tokens of home that we carry with us, these gifts to help us remember who we are and whence we came. But enough sentimentality. Let us return to the annex and rejoin our companions. Sweet. Alright, so... annex. I still really love what they did with the Aethernet. Like the whole menu and everything. It's awesome. Enjoy your time with the love of yours, I hope. I would ask how the twins fared, but their new outfits tell the tale. I only hope we can help them to reconcile with their father, that they might return home one day with their heads held high. In the meantime, we edge ever closer to the secrets of the Forum strives to hide, and the flower bequeathed to you by Hydaelyn is sure to guide us going forward. I'm confident that once we've heard your report from Thavnir, we'll be well equipped to plot our next move. Well, as it would so happen, Prowl glances at you with expectant eyes. Since there has been progress on both investigations, shall we share the findings from our respective locales? Alright, cutscene.
Your time in Thavnir has certainly been eventful. In my opinion, Carrying out Vitra's request and assaulting the Tower of Zot should be our highest priority.
I agree. While I still have questions concerning the Forum and their grand undertaking, we have all but exhausted our avenues of investigation. Simply pressing them any harder on the subject will almost certainly result in our expulsion. Therefore, I suggest we explore the ethereal sea connection by way of a letter to Master Matoya, then make our way to Thavnair.
I wonder, even with the protection these talismans afford us, what can we hope to achieve once inside the tower? According to Orenvold and Fodola's report, they were unable to free the Emolja. Worse, their attempts triggered the tower's defenses, which led to a summoning of Luna Ifrit.
What does it tell us that the Spires even have such defenses? Simply pulling a prisoner from the wall is fatal, thus the direct approach is doomed to failure from the outset. Any further measures to dissuade such actions seem unnecessary. Unless, of course, there is a way to free the prisoners without killing them. Then it stands to reason that any intruders will be met with overwhelming force.
Got a point.
The towers appeared throughout the world in but the twinkling of an eye. 'Twas by magical means these structures were raised, I surmise. A spire thus conjured must needs be maintained, and I suspect an arcane catalyst, some manner of core, doth lie hidden within. Destroy the core, and the tower ceaseth to be, thus liberating the captives without harm.
In theory. I still don't know if I 100% trust that.
So we can hope, and I would prefer to enter the tower with a working theory than with no plan at all.
Assuming Ishtala's reasoning is correct, the chances of the defenses remaining dormant are small to none. Any primals will have to be dealt with, and defeating one will likely only lead to the summoning of another. Our every victory will only compound the prisoner's suffering.
May we not then divide our forces? Those proficient in healing will focus on sustaining the captives. That duty can be covered by Urianger, Kryl, Ishtala, and myself. The remaining Scions will proceed with the search for the core. Admittedly, this strategy puts both parties at greater risk, but it should bolster our chances of saving the Archaeon by a considerable margin.
Are you sure Alphinaud is in the right group? What if I'll say she knows healing spell or two? No. Are you sure Alphinaud is in the right group?
If you're to fight primals, then you'd best have at least one healer with you.
And I am more than happy to fulfill that role. I found wielding a sage's armament to be rather intuitive, and look forward to testing them against a more challenging foe.
Oh, testing them! He hasn't used them.
It seems we have a plan. All that remains is to carry it out. I will inform Rads at Han of our movements, so let us make our preparations and regroup near the tower.
Oh, wow.
The military post in what's left of the Hamsa hatchery should serve as a convenient staging point.
That sounds perfect. And remember, the experimental aetherite at the confluence is there for those who need it, so there's no excuse for being late.
go to the Hamza Hatchery. Okay. There's a bard. Let's go right here. Great work. Hello, elephant people. We meet again. There was one enemy in my log here. Perfumed Rise. Is that over there? Let's take a look. Screw it, whatever, you know. I ain't in any rush right now. MSQ is fun and all, but there we go. Oh, I don't need to kill anymore. I only had to kill one. Okay, well, cool. So that's literally like that's all but one. And the only other one I have left is in Garlemald, which I haven't gone to. So I guess the next one just has to wait for a little while. Man, I'm getting hungry and tired. Slug Taru. Oh, one of my Free Company characters' name is Slug Taru. That's funny. And then someone else in the Free Company just said, I like how you can tell how long an upcoming cutscene most likely is by the amount of people standing around. I don't know how true that is, but it's definitely a sign of sorts. Ah, our friend of Eorzea. We've been expecting you. You and yours will lead the mission into the tower, I'm told. Warding skills will be delivered soon. Till then, please stand by at the boat we have readied. And then, when your fellows arrive, I will direct them to join you. We pray for your safety and success. Am I about to have my first duty? Am I about to have my first duty? I'm waiting. If this is the future of Aetheryte travel, I think I'll stick to boats. Aye. No warning, however emphatic, could have been prepared me for that. Oh man. So they used the Aether travel and they got that violent Aetheryte sickness. That's funny. On account of which we are a little late, but fighting fit, mostly. Hey, little dragon. My friends, permit me to thank you for accepting this mission. You must be... we should call you Archaeon, I suppose? Indeed. It would not do to confuse our soldiers. Very well then. For our part, we are humbled that you would see fit to entrust us with your warding skills. Please convey as much to His Excellency. He's like, thank you. One for each of you. Please accept them with my blessing. Thanks. With these we can go anywhere those with the blessing of light can go. Not only for this operation either, but all the ones to come. You can finally break your monopoly on primals. I've been waiting for this day and wouldn't mind carrying on as before, you know. In that case, they're all yours from now on. There we go. But I'm afraid we can't let you retire just yet. You're the Scion's brightest star, after all. Damn it. If anyone is amenable to it, let us review the strategy for good measure. As previously agreed, we will divide into 2 groups. Sarah and his band will break through the tower's defenses and locate its core. Meanwhile, the rest of us will tend to the prisoners, who will doubtless want for healing due to the duress of repeated summonings. The primals which the tower bringeth forth shall be deities of Thavnir myth. Uh-oh. As we have no prior experience with such foes, pray exercise the utmost caution when confronting them. We commence the operation at your word, my friend. For the people of Thavnir, nay, the entire world, we must prevail. The Tower of Zot! That's the first dungeon. Oh, such a great dungeon to get started with. Oh, and you can go in the trust system too. You don't have to queue up. I like doing the trust system the first time through because you can see the mechanics for the first time, and you get a little bit of story glimpses and everything through the characters when they say stuff in there. So I'm gonna do that. Form a party and enter the Tower of Zot. And Estinians in my party too. Come on. Of course I'm excited about that. Here we go. I'm all about the story in these games. In every expansion I've been about the story. So the moment I was able to do Trust System and Shadowbringers, that was it for me, man. Went through the story, got all the story, enjoyed all that, and then I went and did group content with actual people. Alright, so bonus will be rewarded for first time completion of this duty. It's the first time. I already got my grit turned on, all set. I'm interested to see if they improved the trust systems where you come closer to dying than the rest. This will hurt. So I didn't come close to dying whatsoever. But that's only 3 mods. I'm gonna test my limits a little bit here with this trust system. Or I was going to, but it doesn't look like that's possible. It was so weird seeing him jump off of there. It's like he just like slide walked off of there. Alright, so this is where I'm gonna see if I can test the limits. Nobody else should have access, so. I mean, I hesitate to say that they actually made improvements on the trust system because they're still really weak on damage. They're still doing much of the AoE, so I'm probably still going to keep my force rather short. Stress being in combat for too long. I've got a few cooldowns that's gonna pop in. Should be good for now. Oh. Mindaruba. Man, Mindaruba's kind of tall compared to what I thought they would be. kind of waiting on my salted earth. Oh, it should be fine. I forgot that this was a boss, so I was just like, mechanics? What are we doing with mechanics? Oh shit. I guess we all need to go over here, right? This is something I need to share with everybody or what?
You underestimate me!
It's a very strange graphic. One I'm not familiar with. It's probably in a dungeon that I didn't do before.
You cannot stop us!
Really? There are like 3 spawns. So yeah, this is definitely gonna be a fight. Do a couple times on this game. About the bad guys, come on. Go out to the heal or something. That's my fault though. Oh, get out of there! Maybe you don't go to the spot where it's supposed to go. Maybe that's like maybe that's the thing. Maybe that's just kind of trying to tell you, hey, this is where the ability's going to be. Stay away from it. Maybe that's what that is. Dang it. Okay, maybe. Lancer, Dragoon, Reaper. Cool looking boots. Pretty cool. This early on, I doubt that we're going to have any guides out there for these bosses, so I'm not even bothering trying to look for them. But so far, I like what I'm seeing. It's definitely challenging. That's what I like about it. I feel like the earlier duties in the previous expansions kind of had the big gloves on, right? And this one is kind of like, you know what? first boss, there's always mechanics after. Hey, Stanley, if you could kill one of these guys. I appreciate it. We're real MVPs, so. I waited until super late to use it. I never know, like, should I be using AoE abilities for 2 enemies? That's one thing I've never caught. Must be honest. Most of these websites that show you rotation and stuff, sometimes a little too informative to the point where, like, information gets lost. But the more that I do it, the better I get. And that's something I've been enjoying. It's very complex yet Stadium positionals. AKA, don't stand in front of the boss. That's dummy. Another treasure chest. I mean, not like any of this gear would actually help me out if it's only 520 anyway, but come on! Where's my tank stuff? Y'all ready? Guess we'll give some time for some of my cooldown. Here, huh? I see why now. Okay. I don't know what that did. Oh, stop me. There's the name, right? Did I get rage or something? Oh man, boss got freaking all sorts of freaking status effects and shit. Oh sweet, so it didn't stop me. It did stop Alice. Oh no! Now I got stopped.
You underestimate me!
No, it's not her. It's this one. Right here. The one that's standing still. I alone cannot expel you. I don't like how each of the bosses have actually run away. That's really cool. Really cool orange. Look gloves. At the top of the tower now. So apparently the talisman are trembling. Or it's just a man of a speech. Either way. It Talismans are having trouble resisting the etheric corruption. Try to test the source of everything. If the heart is not toward the bottom, it's definitely going to be toward the top. We'll find out. I like some of the sound effects it's playing right now. Like, I don't know if that's the healing abilities that Althano is using or what, but it sounds a lot like classic Final Fantasy cure spell. Standing, you dumbass, you just run right and head face first into that. There's a lot of really strange these guys in particular seem a little bit out of place. Maybe that's just say I do love how they change saltiness so you don't have to click on the ground. Using that on cooldown is so much easier. This thing, you really gotta learn to get out of the way. These things on the side are killer looking, dude. Those spikes and everything sticking out. Look at it! They changed the achievement graphic. Oh, the achievements all look different now. It's kind of cool. It does kind of look like it's getting more fun, doesn't it? Oh, what are we doing? I guess I'm trying to not stand in each other's stuff, but dang. This is a lot of stuff going on for this. One of them have less health than the rest, because I've been totally What is this? This is crazy for like a first dungeon. Like, I ain't mad about it. It's fun. Did not expect all this. I guess we'll just focus on the one. Sounds the most logical thing to do, but at the same time, this doesn't feel like there's anything logical about this fight. Everything's just everywhere. Stinian. This space spot's not gonna do this. Alright, so what? Do we just kinda like I'm not even targeting her right now. Alright, so she's down. Take on the next one. Do it. You got this. So they didn't go after the one I was on. But that's fine. Wow. That was a dungeon, man. That's crazy. Oh, that's, you know what? I think before I jump into that with a group, I'm gonna have to look up a guide on that just to see what people are saying the abilities do properly, because that final one was so hectic, I didn't know what I was doing. Reduce damage taken by a party member or self by 10%. Okay. Seems decent. I'm gonna have to mess around with my abilities probably, make that feel comfortable and press, but that'll work. Monstrous Greatsword. 520. Wait, what am I doing? Comparison. Really nothing special. What is it? Oh, that's cool looking. That's really cool looking. Wow. I like that. Alright, what story happens?
Is everyone all right?
We fortified the captives with what magics we could. Have the defenses been disabled? All appears quiet for the moment.
The lower floors were disturbing enough, but this place feels wrong. The ether is heavy and thick, like wading through a quagmire.
I've never waded through a quagmire, so I have no idea what that would feel like.
I believe we stand in the tower's beating heart. What sayest thou, Ishtala?
I see it. Ether siphoned from the land runs up through the spire, flowing to a single point.
The moon!
This is the core we seek. Yet something is off. As large as this structure is, it siphons far more ether than is required to sustain it. 'Tis as if the core is feeding on the energy, consuming it. I need to take a closer look. Curious. There is something there embedded inside the core. A man's limb.
A man's limb? Do I ask which one?
This is what we came to destroy?
Is the male counterpart to Genova?
Yes, if you would be so kind.
If he wasn't able to destroy that, I would have been disappointed. Because he took down an entire giant cannon.
And that should be the end of it.
It almost makes me feel like, why couldn't he just take that down?
What now?
this whole tower down on his own as he took down that giant cannon.
My
But
theory that the tower might come crashing
story.
down following the core's destruction doth appear to be correct.
Bully for you! And how are we supposed to survive the fall?
Fly. Use your aether things.
What of the prisoners below?
The floor beneath our very feet dissolves. Brace yourselves!
I pray I'm not too late.
Nice.
Oh, what happened? Where are we?
Did Gratia literally just teleport all these bodies somewhere else? By himself?
By my reckoning, we're still on the island where the tower stood. But 'tis as if it never existed.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
Hardly
yes,
a
just shielded
scratch.
everyone.
But how?
Graha wove a levitation spell at the last moment. Large enough to catch everyone, it would seem.
Dude's still powerful as fuck.
That explains the lack of obvious injuries.
The expenditure of so much ether has taken its toll. He will need plenty of rest, but should otherwise be none the worse for wear.
Then the immediate problem is what to do with our new friends here.
Wake them up, send them back home.
They'll be much changed for their time in the tower. Even if their bodies are intact, I doubt we could say the same for their minds.
Angelo and I will take care of that.
Just does, Angelo.
I have every faith in you, Alize, but there are just too many for you to treat alone.
We'll send at once to Eorzea for more porksies, and call on the local mages to lend a hand.
Hail, Scions!
Just don't mention scales and they won't wake up.
We were watching the tower when it simply disappeared. What happened here?
The threat is banished, and thy people delivered. They are, however, in need of treatment, and we of a secure locale and helping hands to assist us in its provision.
You shall have all this and more. Come, let us convey these unfortunate souls to the city.
These dudes aren't going to try picking these up, right? Like, these aren't just... These aren't things that you just put in your backpack and drop off somewhere. I don't even think you could carry these guys on your shoulders if you're that, you know, normal size. The liberated prisoners are being transported to Radzahan for treatment. Alice and Ishtala will oversee the administration of the tempering treatment and support from those who know a healing spell or two. You'll go and join them in the city once you've had a moment to catch your breath. Now into the Tower of Zot with a party of NPC avatars. Make use of the feature. Open the Trust interface. Located under Duty in the main menu. Nice. Alright, well. That was fun. That was a pretty cool dungeon, not gonna lie. That was surprisingly really good for a first dungeon of the expansion. Very well done. Definitely confusing. Not sure that I would say I quite understood everything that went on, but for the most part I did. I survived, at least. That's the important part. So, and that's not an easy feat when you're using trust NPCs, so that's a success in my book. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and call the stream here. I'm hungry, I'm tired. I'm probably gonna play a little bit more of this off stream, but you know, as to be expected, I am planning on doing more videos for the game, and I'm thinking I might start streaming here on YouTube instead of Twitch starting soon. Maybe from here forward, I don't know. I'm kind of, honestly, Twitch doesn't really, I don't know. I don't want to get into the whole Twitch versus YouTube thing, but either way, I'm going to try streaming here, especially at least for the Endwalker content. We'll see how it goes, and yeah, so thanks everybody who showed up. Thank you guys for coming out and hanging out with me while I do some of this MSQ. I hope you guys are enjoying your time in the game, and hopefully on your way to 90 at this point. And don't rush, enjoy the game as much as you can. I'm looking forward to seeing some more of your theories in the future. See if any of them kind of line up with my own as I go as well. But yeah, again, thank you guys for showing up. And yeah, you guys have a great day. See y'all next time.